What's up, everybody? Todd here with Citizen Defense. Welcome back to the channel. So I know I haven't been as active as I usually am. I try to put a video out every 2 weeks. Stuff with life has just been a little bit crazy now, so I'm doing my best to get back on routine and make videos on a consistent, reoccurring schedule. So if you haven't been seeing any of my content coming up as much as you would like or what you're used to, hang tight, bear with me. I'm doing the best that I can at this moment. Moving on, this week I wanted to talk about what to carry when you can't carry. Now, this is something that I believe is very important. It comes up in a lot in conversation relating to non-permissive environments, right? When I'm going places that I cannot carry a firearm or a blade or something like that, there's metal detectors or whatnot that what are my other options to have some sort of defensive tools or some sort of preparedness with me that I can get into with these non-permissive environments. Um, so I'm going to touch on what I carry, and I keep it very simple and very light, and I've never had any issues with these two things. I take these items in very non-permissive environments, and I have no issues with them at all. Number one is going to be a flashlight, right? A very good, bright, high candela flashlight. Okay, this particular one that I have here is a Phoenix PD35. This one is 1,000 lumens. I recommend nothing less than 1,000 lumens, but don't just look at the lumens. You need to look at the candela, right? The candela is going to refer to the amount of throw that you have, and typically what you're going to have that big tight hot spot there, and that's what you're going to look for. I have a story about the effectiveness of a light coming up here soon. But yeah, this is a Phoenix PD35. I use this for work. There are ones like Cloud Defense and other ones out there that are very, very high candela, very high lumen, but they're kind of like a one mode only, right? This has, I can take it down to very low brightness. So this works for me for work. I don't know if you can see, but the lens on this thing is cracked. I've had it for a couple years. I need to replace the head on it. The good thing about a quality light, typically you can replace the parts on them, so that's a plus. And this one isn't too expensive. I think these are going for right now about 70 bucks. So they're pretty reasonable. After that is going to be OC spray, right? This is Palm OC spray. I carry this thing everywhere that I go. If I'm going for a run, I'll tuck this into my athletic shorts. I don't typically carry a gun when I'm doing any athletic stuff, but if I do athletic stuff, I carry OC spray. Okay, this is Palm OC spray. These things are $12, guys. Whenever I teach classes, I always talk about people having a non-lethal option. It's a long-range eye poke, right? It's hot sauce. The barrier for use of force for OC spray is less than hands and feet, right? So legally, I can spray somebody in the face with this before I can be justified in putting my hands on them. Okay, so this is a really great tool. It's a deterrent for two-legged animals and four-legged, right? So it's very useful. Like I said, these things are 12 bucks. You can buy them in big packs on Amazon. I know there are people that buy these and they keep them for keep one in each for a set of what they wear for throughout the week, right? So they always have one with them. I've lost these things before. It doesn't hurt my feelings to replace it, right? So OC spray is going to be one of the best options that I can recommend that you should always carry when you cannot carry a gun. And it's pretty discreet, right? Like I don't get a whole lot of look. This one has the pocket clip. It's not on the keychain. I don't get a whole lot of looks with this, right? Same with a flashlight. I've carried this through metal detectors and they flag it and they look at it. No, it's just a flashlight. You go ahead. But I mean, they have the beveled head for striking. It's a very, very bright light. It's going to put somebody back on their heels. So I have some advantages in a situation with a bright light. While it's very inconspicuous, it is very beneficial to a situation that we could find ourselves. Now, the benefits of a bright and of a light and how well they actually work. Uh, I can tell you, so they recently installed fiber optic internet in our neighborhood, and I was in the garage working on some stuff, and my wife came and got me. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and she said there's somebody knocking on our door. So I grabbed a couple things, and I always have this on me even when I'm at home. And I grabbed my handgun and I stepped outside. Now I had my handgun holstered. Cracked the door, looked around, didn't see nobody. Stepped outside. Hello, is anybody here? Nobody answered. Stepped out a little bit further, looked around, uh, hollered hello one more time. Nobody responded. For a second, I was about to turn around and go back in the house. Then I heard somebody call out to me to the left side, and I turned around and looked. And as soon as I did, I pulled my light up and I fired it off. And there was a guy standing in the neighbor's driveway, and I caught him right in the face with this thing. And I mean, he was putting his hand up. He was back on his heels, and he couldn't really. He was kind of stunned about getting that reaction, and he was trying to figure out what situation he had found himself in. Come to find out that it was the internet service providers, and they had their sales reps out trying to sign people up for internet. Why they had them doing that at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, I don't know. Not very smart. But regardless of that, this bright light was very, very effective in me being able to have the means to gather data, identify this individual, and kind of put him back on his heels where he can't really articulate or see what I have going on, right? So when your eyes are adjusted in the dark and you hit somebody with that bright volume of light, it's going to distort their vision for a momentary time. So it gives you time to gather data, react, and figure out who it is that you are dealing with, right? So when it comes to non-permissive environments, I highly recommend a light and OC spray. Now, there is one other tool that I have for replacements of blades. Whenever we moved to our new house, I lost it somewhere. I've still been looking for it, but unfortunately I don't have it with me today. And that is going to be a G10 tool. Now, this specific G10 tool that I'm talking about comes from Revenant Core. You can look them up online and Instagram. We actually had him on the podcast a couple years ago. And he makes some really awesome G10 tools. He was nice enough to send me some samples to check them out at the time that we did podcast, and I liked him so much that I ordered one for myself, and I ended up losing it. But yeah, the one that I had chose, it comes with like a little Kydex sheath, but it was more of like a straight spike, right? It wasn't like a karambit style blade or anything like that. It was just a straight spike. G10, if you're not familiar with those, it's a very hard non-metallic material. They're very durable, and they can do a lot of things with them. So if you're interested in G10 tools, go check them out. I would carry those with me every time when I travel, because like I said, they don't get picked up on things, and they're very well for non-permissive environments. So those are some options for defensive tools that we can get away with when we can't carry a firearm. If you like what I'm doing here, please share this video, subscribe to this channel, get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about non-permissive environments and tools to carry with that. Do you work with improvised tools? Do you carry a flashlight? Do you carry OC spray? Do you not carry OC spray? Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think, what you do when you can't carry, or what you opt for. Maybe I'll have some other tools, some other options that I haven't considered before. Outside of that, I hope everybody has a great week. Stay safe.